Hey, how's it going, Skeleton Shenanigans? This is Rock, doing a quick VOD review of your guys' game last week versus TRSG Shrooms. So, just checking in here and seeing on Dshire. Dshire always one of my favorites. Um, Obviously, as we play and look and review, we want to see what went wrong. Did we play? Did we execute? And overall, just how'd the game go? As the game is loading in here, we always start with what's our win condition. It looks like you guys have set up a 1-3-1 where you're going to be able to mount Rexar top, Chromie bottom. I actually really like your 1-3-1 compared to what they're running. Zeratul needs scaling, and Gazlo, yes, can fight one-on-one, but is very susceptible to ganks. So I absolutely love your 1-3-1 up to you. Oh, they were missing. Okay. So, number one, if you don't see anyone bottom and anyone mid for the first 30 seconds, you've got to go somewhere else. You got to just walk the long way, or ask your tank to escort you. That was just, they were just gone for way too long. So, cheeky kill, cheeky gank. So, I was just about to say something as soon as it happened. So, alright, well, what do we do with it? How do we take our advantage? So, are we trying to run a 1-3-1? So far, we're not. So, based on how far away he died, Alien here, you don't need to come up here to clear this wave. So you got like half a thing of XP. You don't really need to be up here. Like, he got ganked. It's early enough in the game. Yes, every globe of XP matters, but like, we pretty much gave up any advantage we took anywhere else on the map to come up there. And so now they have positional advantage and XP advantage. So if we could do something with it, maybe we do something different there. So, okay, still catching globes. Getting camps. We need to watch that triangle. Yep. We're safe. Okay. So it looks like we're playing a 1-1-3 instead of a 1-3-1. And they're running 4 at us. So this I don't like. They're to one top and ganked. Oh, you almost got that kill in silver. Yep. Okay. Is this choose a talent thing just bugged? Okay, no, he hadn't chosen yet. Okay. So before we go any further, we need to understand what their win condition is and what we need to do. Because Rexar should be hypothetically one of the safest people to play up here, as long as we keep vision of Zeratul. And so, if we don't have vision of Zeratul, we should be playing safe. But we can clear at the lane. You have Bird on 1, you can clear this super easy, super free. You took Bear heals on 4. I probably would have taken the globe one on 4 here, because you're not going to be dueling Demon Gran, right? Like, sure, you could put your bear on the point, but you're not going to be dueling. The idea of Dshire, right, is that Demon Gran can't be at 2 places at once. So Demon Gran's either clearing the wave or on the point. So you effectively, like, clear the wave and put your bear on the point. And if he wants to sit there and box it, you can micro the bear back and forth, do some dancing or whatever, assuming that Zeratul is known or visible on the map, and you're able to play and do what you need to do. If we're going to play 1-1-3 to match their 1-1-3, the hardest part about this is that Chromie isn't safe middle. The reason that Chromie can anchor on a 1-3-1 is because you can time trap for vision around the areas where you can be invaded. If you time trap in this bush here, it doesn't reveal this side of the bush. Or if you time trap here, you can't see here. So as much as a time trap is good to help stop the dragon, right? Like, I don't mind if you want to play cheeky and put one there. But Chromie just isn't safe middle by herself. Like, Chromie wants to be bottom by herself because she has vision control, she can move, and then the 3-man can respond accurately to ganking top or supporting bottom based on their choices. Right now, Zeratul has been the one that's been allowed to roam free and has gotten kill opportunities. So, Zeratul just showed middle. So, and our kills bottom here are going to be difficult. We don't have burst. right? So like, and if we're sitting here trying to find a burst kill off of a stun, it probably won't happen. Here comes Zeratul again. A little bit overextended. Great job, Silver. Everyone lives. And hey, we ended up getting Zeratul there. Well done. Zeratul's not a real hero early game, so. So again, I'll just pose the question. Like, not that having Chromie is bad here middle. Just, we have Chromie here. So, since Chromie is posted middle in a 1-1-3, we don't need to worry about the dragon ever being taken. Right? So we can play more of a tug-of-war, slower played game and punish them when they're out of position or overextended. So right now, we don't have to force down here. Right? This is a 3v3, there's no advantage. Some good damage there. Goss is dead. Yeah, just a little overextended into Tychus. So you don't have Avatar yet, and you were tapping up with health. A lot of these, they have 3 CCs, which can enable Tychus long enough to put enough damage into you. You have 1 CC, and Zul'jin isn't going to burst. So you need to be potentially playing more of a wall and punishing what they're doing and playing like a vision tank. Or we need to just switch how we're playing this and move the 3 up and down.
You have died.
So we lost the bear top, that's fine. So once again, we don't need to be down here, right? We can just play safe. We say we've got Chromie middle, so as soon as bottom shows or goes, we can go. So Chromie's still watching the dragon, which is fine. Look, Rexar eventually wins top, which is what we expected. Oh, okay, lives. Okay, so now there's 2 mid, we got top. We misplayed the bear there. I'm not sure how, I guess that was an accident. We should have gotten that shrine with the bear when you were clearing the wave. But, okay, so now we might lose the dragon. That's a good time stop. Alan blocked it. Should have used W first. That's unfortunate. Okay, so a little bit of miscommunication there, as well as a little bit of misplays on both sides. But nothing too crazy. Oh, Silver! Yeah, we lives. Okay. This dragon yeah, you want to be stacking off that dragon, Jatron. Chase it. Chase it all day. That's an overextended guy. If our DPS was here, we could punish that. Are we chasing now? I don't think we should be chasing for kills now. Yeah, we definitely want to check that bush. Good call. We don't know where they are. We can fish. We can look, right? But we don't want to be chasing. We don't have any of our DPS with us. Oh, sorry. We got Winnie with us. We don't have our sustained damage with us. So, okay. We're back to camps. Back to 1-1-3. So right now we're down about half a level. And, oh, you found them, Goss. Oh, boy. Looks like you're barely going to live. Nice peel, Silver. Nice speed up. Yeah. If you already see him there, like, that's just risky staying there for so long. Like, yes, you have jump, but obviously you got to watch out for you losing your jump. Again, great peel, Silver. So 9s versus 10. Obviously we don't want to fight. Before we go any further, I just want to talk about our early game. So we specifically chose a 1-1-3 strategy, and I currently don't see the value that we brought with the heroes that we put in the places. So what I mean by that is the only value we got was half of the wall here is gone, but we lost half the wall here when the dragon came by, right? We're down 2 deaths in our rotations, and they're up on camps and XP. So if we're going to do a 1-1-3 like this, your 3-man needs to be able to clear the waves, force an uneven fight or an advantage when your 3-man is stronger than their 3-man. When I look at this, I don't see you guys getting a kill unless a Nubarak or like someone has to be not only way out of position, but but they also have to have used their jump abilities in. So like a Nubarak diving the tower earlier here potentially could have gotten him killed, because then we stun him in the towers and we hit him and he dies. Right? They have an Anduin, so even if we do get a successful stun, Howling Knight hypothetically will pull the person that's being engaged on out. So we don't really have a 3-man that can get kills by themselves, right? Like, this is just, we can run them down, which is a huge thing for Lucio, but there's not tons of space to run. So I really think that we, like, on paper, I saw this draft 1-1, and I'm thinking this is going to be great. You've got Lucio's speed to keep you up on your rotations, so you can catch middle fast, you can be back here fast, you can gank fast, but the 3-man down here just doesn't have wave clear. Like, Zul'jin literally wants to run around and hit heroes, and Zul'jin's stuck playing wave clear down here. And so if we're going to be taking Zul'jin, he needs to hit heroes, or he's not effective. So, and then their 3-man, right, gets kills. They have any 3 CCs, right? 1, 2 CCs plus a Tychus is going to be able to kill any of these 3, right? Like, a lot of deaths have been prevented because of Silver Spy being able to push people away, speed people up. Like, they've had a lot of close calls early game here, and that's before Zeratul came and ganked. So, to me, this feels like we didn't play what we drafted. So that'll be just my first synopsis. Let's see if we can start winning team fights, right? Because you guys do have some pretty good ults to be able to sustain and run things down. But when we hit 10s here, there's no, like, wombos, there's no ults. Like, our strength is in being able to out-sustain, and they're playing for pick, burst, and wombo with the Gazlo having Gravo. So you guys are going to have to find fights or execute things a lot harder just because we don't have, like, 4 layers of CC for Zul'jin to kill something. We don't have Loop, which Loop maybe isn't effective here because they have Anduin, so they can be cleansed. But, like, we don't have Loop. We don't have things that make it to where J-Train can sit there and fight things. So let's see. And Gazlo's bottom. Whoa! So, okay. So they all end on bottom here. We don't know where Zeratul is, and I didn't, obviously, hopefully, they called it, they were there. We lost Chromie middle. I'm guessing Zeratul was there. Yep, so there's Zeratul. Exact same thing. So, okay. Once this bottom thing's done, I'm going to quickly back up and look at the Chromie death and see what we could have done there. Okay. So... okay. So Gazlo just showed bottom. And the team should be saying, Gazlo's moving, Gazlo's leaving, Gazlo's leaving, right? So just from the beginning, Gazlo blew all of his stuff, and he's running back up. He tried to make a play, didn't happen. So Wendy should be backing up. Okay. He does start backing up. Oh, just the turret barely killed you. Okay. Did you have timeout? No. So the only thing I can say that you can do differently here is if you know that Wizard Beast is going to be trying to stalk you and get kills on you, like, this is why Chromie isn't safe for this lane, is because you have too many angles of attack to be protected from. So, it's unfortunate. Versus down here, there's only one way for them to get to you, and you'd be able to hopefully use your time traps to protect yourself as well as get kills. So, okay, so they're getting some push middle. Silver styling. Goss tried. We missed. So they're getting a dragon. Yep. Okay, and we live. No problem. So J-Train again needs to be attacking that dragon because we need stacks. So we're running up to the dragon. Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. Of course, they're going to kick you away. Yep. That's pretty much the best that we can do. Yep. Chromie has finally come down here to help anti-siege. Okay. Like, we're trading a lot of resources here. Like, I didn't look, but, like, we're playing aggressive with just the 2 of us. There's no damage, no CC. Like, we really shouldn't be trying to force too much. We know that we're sacrificing, effectively, buildings for damage there. And Melkor's dying to Gazlo. Good jukes there. Well done, way to live. But if you're trying to duel Gazlo, we're playing that wrong too. So just be careful here. Let's go back. Let's quickly go back and see. Did Gazlo use Gravel Bomb on you? Is that why? Okay. So... alright. So we're half health. this is too far forward to clear this, right? Like, you don't need to be clearing this far forward. You can be clearing back here. You have an extra body in the bear. You yourself shouldn't be up that far. Like, we pretty much gave half of our health for half of a wave. And then, now that we're half health, right, he's trading health with you because he's full auto attack build. You don't want to be trading into Gazlowe when he's playing this build, right? So every time he plays a turret, he gets shields. And then every time he places a turret, I think he gets scrap. Or he has the scrap talent on one. Right? Hitting heroes or mercs increases his scrap. So that means that he can put down more turrets to stay alive even longer, and he can get more scrap. So you really don't want to be boxing him in this way. Right? Like, the idea is that you'll be winning in the lane, and he can't be at two places at once, so that enables you to run up. Like, sure, yeah. Yeah, there's just not a lot you can do there if you're going to sit there and fight him. So we got to be playing this matchup differently and recognizing what the Gazlowe talents are. So. Alright. So good job running away. You don't want Zeratul to kill you. They get this top building for free. There's not really a lot you can do. Are we answering top or answering bottom? We're split again. Okay, we're coming back bottom. I agree with coming bottom, by the way. Oh, no, Wendy didn't come. Okay. So, if the 1-1-3 wasn't safe before, with this structure, with you playing in the lane here, it's even less safe now that there's a giant hole between you and anywhere you can run. If Zeratul gets on you, you're just going to cry. So you really needed to be coming down here to stop this push. Try and force something with numbers up. We knew there were two top. Come down here and force a play. Try and make something happen. Because as much as we need XP, like, this is a 3v4. Right? In a 3v3 here, we almost got a kill in a 3v3 here. And then Zeratul comes down and picks off, cleans up. Yeah. And then we tried dueling Gazlowe again. So, this one to me feels like it's a mixture of we didn't play what we drafted, or we didn't understand how they win in their win condition. So, yeah. They're going to steal this thing. You can try and slow it down. Yeah, stupid Gazlowe things. They took this. Okay, we want to be working together, see if we can force a fight as 5. We don't see Zeratul. We want to be aware of where he's at all times. Zeratul might be looking at a rotation here. Yep, there he is. He was right over here waiting for the rotation. We're able to clear. There we go. Boars. Let's force. This is it. And there's the pull. We can try. I think we get him here. Yeah, we get Howlin here. So, okay. Can we do more? We got our kill. What else can we do? Okay. Unfortunately, we might be stuck doing homework. Right? Like, we effectively got 5 to trade. Can we push for the dragon? Can we siege a building? Can we take a camp? Like, what can we do to bring this back? Unfortunately, we're so far down. I think the best we can do is to start deathballing as 5 and just keep taking these uneven fights, even if it means we lose structures. We're just too far behind to play the macro game anymore. And then no one is safe by themselves. Now with all the buildings gone, there's no lane that Chromie can sit in by herself to help clear. Chromie can sit like at the death bridge if you need to clear, or can sit here if she has to clear by herself. But Chromie effectively can no longer be by herself. And Melkor doesn't have timeout yet at 16 if they need it. Chromie does have timeout though, which can help, slow the bleeding. So we've chosen to do the camp. Okay, 14 versus 16. Zeratul just showed. Yep, good job. You see Nubrax here too. Yep, well done. Alright. There's Zeratul again. You see him. Yep, good vision, good eyes. Goss is probably dead. We use leap already. Yeah. Is there something here on this leap? Because this leap feels greedy. Okay. We got the camp. Are we leaping here because we see Zeratul? Or are we leaping here to try and get Tychus? It looks like you're leaping here to try and get Tychus. But this leap is unnecessary. We didn't know that we knew Tychus was here. You maybe didn't see Zeratul moving here, but it means you're jumping in 2v1. And then Tychus just gets a full D duration on you, and then Zeratul will finish you off. So if we were looking to fight there, a couple things. If we're looking to fight here, we continue to be outnumbered. Like, we've got Chromie again top up here, which if that's the call, you know, catch the soak, it's not safe for anyone else, that's fine. But, like, if that's the call is catch the soak, then once we get this camp, we're out. We don't know where half their team is. We don't want to take another staggered fight. We're down 2 levels. The person that was dead has respawned. We no longer have any advantage on the map. We just want to get XP. So, Wumble combo missed, but you guys are probably left for dead. Melkor trying to TP out. Oh, he gets it. Alright, goodbye, Jatrin. Sacrificial lamb. So, and they got the dragon during that. Man, okay. This might be close to over. Let's see. Oh, pause. Sorry. We'll back up. Let's back up a little bit. Oh, hey, I guess it is close to over. I didn't look at the clock. So, okay. So we need to make a defense here, right? So we need everyone up. Everyone's up. See, right there. That's the type of stuff. Sorry to keep yanking you guys back. So right here, this is the type of stuff that needs to be punished, right? A Nubrak should not be able to dig in front of your base, right? Like, especially if they've got Zeratul in the dragon, this is a 5 versus 4 that you want. I know we just rezzed, so I'm not saying that, like, you guys made a mistake, but just, like, he's done this 3 or 4 times, and the only way we get kills is locking someone down for a long duration of time. So it's a little too far forward. You just leaped, and then you're coming back in, right? You don't have leap again. You can't yo-yo. Like, normally you can pop Avatar and have a second health bar, but in a Tychus just choose your health bar even more because it's percentage health damage. So yes, now we popped ult, but, like, yeah. Like, I don't get it. Like, you did it again, Gus. Like, we can't be jumping in and jumping out. Oop. Okay. Here's our chance. Oh, the Wumbo landed. Okay, well, no. Timeout. Good timeout. Together. Oh, this is late game Zeratul things now. Let's back up real quick. Okay. So let's zoom out and let's slow it down. Okay. So we're officially 5 versus 5. Right? We are a little clumped here. Right? And Murden just got kicked away. So if Murden gets kicked away, we're not fighting. We need to run. So Gravel came out, Melkor got out, but we couldn't get out here. That's a good try, Silver, to get him out. This is a great stun right here. Like, the fact that all 3 of them just walked into the building, like, this is something that you'd love to punish too. But obviously we're playing to live. And then, yeah, you're just running into level 18 Zeratul things. You're down 3 levels, and he can solo anyone on the team almost. Silver trying to make play. Building's at 28. They saw Odin. Yeah, that's game. Okay. Let's just see if there's anything we could have done differently in this last fight to try and stop a base ending push. So the first thing for me is that we've used a lot of our buttons, and we're no longer healthy. And so the question becomes, you're slowing down. Okay, I'm okay with you. Like, the bear's dead. We need to be protecting our people that are hitting the dragon, right? As scary as Gazlowe is, like, we need to be protecting this side. And so you're slowing down Gazlowe, which is good, right? You got the stun there on Gazlowe, and then we just clumped. All 3 of us are sitting here on this side, and Silver's on this side, right? We need to hit the dragon, so the clumps happen. but like we need to just be aware of our positioning. Like we're standing still auto-attacking the dragon, and now we ran into our own body blocks. And then Dshire, I think, just used his trait, which means he's killing himself even more to do more damage. We need to be using that when it's safer. Double check if that's how that trait works. I'm not a Zul'jin expert. So like right here, yeah, see there you go. I'm like, you need to use it when you're at full health over here in the corner. But yeah, it's just, yeah, maybe it's not safe for you to be using that with Zeratul or whatever, being able to dive you on the low health par there. So yeah, unfortunate. So I think my high level takeaway from this game was, if your game plan from the beginning was a 1-1-3, the floater 1 needs to be able to be quote-unquote ungankable, or needs to be putting pressure on the map. And Chromie doesn't do either of those. If you were going to run a 1-3-1, where Chromie is effectively anchoring, and the three of you are going to use Lucio's rotational speed, I think that works and looks 10 times better. I think we maybe weren't familiar with the matchup top of AA Shield Gazlowe versus Rexxar, and so we kind of traded a lot of resources top and health, and maybe 1 or 2 unnecessary deaths just because of trying to fight him instead of trying to just out wave clear him. Yeah, and then potentially being a little too aggro. Like Goss and Silver saw the people being overextended down here, but there was no burst damage to be able to make sure that they died, right? Like Zul'jin, when did Zul'jin go here? So you tried to go the spell power Zul'jin build. What the heck is this talent? I would have armor, slows and roots. You don't need more heals. I don't think. No, sorry. You don't need mana. I don't think this is good. You shouldn't be running out of mana. Like your main goal is to get the auto attacks in, and then yes, you're gonna get here, right? So you're going full W build, and then you don't go full W build. Move speed is kind of required on Zul'jin though, so I agree with the move speed. Let me quickly look at my Zul'jin guide. So if you're gonna go, you know, we'll call it Fiesta build, Zul'jin, you definitely take 2 here, right? Because then, you know, you just gain 10% spell power and basic attack damage is increased. So obviously this is full Fiesta you're gonna be fighting. So this is correct. If you're going kind of like Q build spell power, where you can blow things up by reducing their armor, it would be taking the Q talents, right? 4 here, it doesn't really matter. Obviously, you took mana and you're trying to spell cast a bit, so I understand that you think maybe you need more mana, or maybe you were responsible for wave clear because of how funky this was down here. So you can pick whatever you want here. I personally would have taken one of the other 2, just because Roots works against Anduin, so you can use that to get out of the Anduin CC, and then Hide is good because you get armor while you're regenerating, and that like 15 armor may have saved you here at this last fight. This one, it feels like you're going half and half. Like you're going here for spell power, but then you didn't take spell power type talents here and here, or at least like to buff your W's here and here. Like I really do want the move speed. So it's like, so I don't know if 16 you were gonna take this one. But if you're going full spell power, why didn't we take Guillotine, right? Like we're going all in on spell power. Like the main reason you usually take Zul'jin is because you want an AA attacking monster that punishes and just melts the Nubarak. And so if we would have grabbed the either the Q or the speed bonus, right? Like you like just being able to shred things that much faster. This one here is probably the only that just it doesn't feel in place with the theme of what you were trying to do. Um, but I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm not a Zul'jin pro. I just know that Zul'jins usually pick for AAs, and if you're Taz Dingoing, that means you're standing and fighting with AAs, and then you took a stacking W talent that, scales late game for magic damage. So, Taz Dingo I thought was right, especially into Zeratul and Wombos and stuff. I think you want to do that. And then this one here, move speed, I think is correct, because you need to be able to move. And then here, obviously, if you're going Q build type stuff, you want to be able to take No Mercy, and if you're going like AA Fiesta build, you're going to take the killing enemy increases the attack speed. So there's no guarantees that you're going to get a kill, but when it happens, you just ramp up into something that's unbeatable. And then 20, of course, you're going to take the upgraded Tazdingo because you're AAing to on both cases. So yeah, I guess we'll quickly look at other talents. Lucio, Smooth Rides, Sunwall, Reverse Amp, Damage, High Five, all together. Yep, I think that's fine. So Chromie, especially if Chromie is going to be anchoring, whether it be here or here, Chromie is not probably going to get hits with Q. Especially if you're here by yourself, you're not going to get hits with your Q. And so you probably want W build for your wave clear and anchoring, right? So like both of these are hit heroes, get stuff. But at least with this one, like I guess none of these help you in the beginning, right? This one maybe does because you can get spell power and reveal enemies. So if you needed to worry about rotations or you don't see anyone, you could just use this to check the bush, right? So this is probably the most helpful at 1. If you're going to be on an island by yourself, not fighting anyone in this 1-1-3 style. But in reality, you probably should have been bottom, which means that you could have taken the W quest because as you're clearing the wave, you're going to hit them. 4, I probably would have taken more charges just so that we had more vision control, especially if you're sitting here middle. Be able to put one here, and one here, so that way you can see if they're coming, activate it. They're diving you, activate it to like desync or to stop them from chasing you. If you're playing down here, I definitely love having 3 to be able to put. It doesn't have to be in each bush, but at least this bush and this trap, that pretty much prevents anyone from killing you. So I like having 3 here. I don't know how effective this was if you're able to use your traps to proc the slow or the movement speed on your teammates, but something to think about. At worst, this becomes a vision talent, versus at worst, this makes your ease better, but I don't know how well it was used. Sands. Yeah, Sands. I agree. It's weird because usually sands you want to use to like zone an area or push, and so if you're down here by yourself, like I was thinking about sands in the middle, I'm like, why is sands in the middle helpful? And it's not really helpful. But if you're down here bottom, right, like you can be using sands to slow down their siege. You can be using sands to make this unfavorable for them to walk through to try and engage on you. You can use it here defensively. So yes, I agree, sands. Timeout, yes. With Zeratul being able to just dive your back, and Uberak being able to dive you, wombo combos, definitely timeout. Full Q build means you're going Q, I understand. Let's see. Primary Sandblast gains 5% spell power. So you don't get spell power overall, only your Q gets spell power. Am I reading that right? Yeah, it makes sense for Q. If you're W build, I don't know if there's a correct talent here. Obviously, this is nice because you know that you're going to be getting bonus damage. All of these are Q talents, right? This is the only one I see right off the top of my head that actually buffs your immediate damage. So if the extra button tax is too much, I understand. But this is probably the only talent that actually buffs your W damage. So And then 18, you didn't get a chance, but if you're full Q, you're probably taking Pierced. So let's look at a W build. So it would have been Deep Breathing. It would have been Mobius Loop, where the center does more damage. And then I think that's pretty much it, right? You just change those 2 talents, and now your W build. This is the one that gives you your clear, right? Like this is the one that gives you your bonus clear at 7 or at 5, whatever level you get this. This is when you get bonus clear, because now you deal 30% more damage, and the enemies is also creeps. So, all right, that's enough rambling for me today. Best of luck, guys, and try and make sure as we pick our win conditions and pick what we want to do, that we sync up and that it gives us a chance to succeed. This one really did feel like kind of torn apart, weren't synced on what we wanted or what we were hoping to do, and their 3-man beat our 3-man. Their roamer got kills and helped Gazlo, so what should have been their weakness ended up being a strength. So that's rock. I'll catch you on the next one.